What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the It is the Diamond Select Toys 10th Anniversary Pacific Rim set with this really nice painted front here. So the top looked really good. On the sides, you have the accessories. Here is a Gipsy Avengers accessories. And then on the other side, you have Gipsy Danger's accessories. And then on the back, you have schematics of both Gipsy Danger and Gipsy Avenger. And it all looks really, really cool. And then you have some write-ups. And over here, it tells you exactly what's in here, including battle damage Gipsy Danger and shakedown test Gipsy Avenger. So yes, it is a special, different look for the figures that they've done. And then you got more right up here about both Jaegers. Really, really cool box. Over here you can see there's a seal here, Pacific Rim, 1 of 2000. You don't want to break that seal. Definitely open it from the bottoms if you do get this. And while it was an SDCC 2023 exclusive, they are now coming out through DST and through some other retailers, so you know, do check around for that. If there is any to be put up, I will put it in the description. These are on magnets, these doors, you know, the hanger doors, which is cool. And then you open it up, and boy, is this cool. Again, some really cool schematics, some nice logo in there of Gipsy Danger, some nice logo in here of Gipsy Avenger. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And then, you know, they have the Pan Pacific logo and whatever, and then Jaeger's Pan Pacific Defense Corps on the bottom, and then you see the figures on the inside, and it is done in like a hangar bay interior, which we will look at right after the jump. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. Here are the Gypsies out of the box, and I was able to cut them out fairly easily. Just cut along the edges here of the plastic without having to lift it up off, you know, the card back, because that would totally ruin it. And here's how this gorgeous box looks within. Again, you have the hangers here all around the figures. Now, unfortunately, you have to, you know, the way it's done, you're gonna have to take them out, but I don't think there's any other way to do it but to rip them out of the back. But I will test that. I will see. But it looks attached to the back, so that's a bit unfortunate. But we do have to open this. You don't have to open yours if you don't want to. It is a very handsome set, and again, you have the accessories, which yeah, you gotta peel off. So it is what it is. I'll try to do it as carefully as possible and preserve this box a bit because it's very, very cool. However, while we will be looking at those guys in full, I'm not going to look at their accessories in full. I'm going to leave them in because I started trying to cut, I think, this one out. And it's a lot harder to do so without like really making a mess of everything, because everything's so close together. There's all these bubbles. It's just not going to be able to, you know, go back in good. So I'm going to preserve these. They're sitting in here really, really nice. You did get hands, you get a chainsaw, you got his weapon here. And all of it looks really good. You can see it right through the plastic. So, you know, it is fine. You know, everything looks very, very good here. It's beautifully done. I really like the paint job on that, and I really like the paint job on here. This is Gipsy Avenger's weapons, and this one is the one I started to try to open. Yeah, and I was just like, man, this is going to be a mess. So, you know, very cool stuff. 2 extra weapons besides the chainsword here and hands. Everything looks really, really good, though, as far as accessories go. Alright, guys, let's do articulation now. I totally heated these guys up, so before they were super tight, and now Avenger here is a tad loose. But it wasn't before. It was like ridiculously tight. Anywho, the head moves around. It doesn't move a ton. There's not a lot of clearance here, unfortunately. These things are on ball joints. And again, this is the same Gipsy Avenger we've covered a couple of times here already. A few times, right? Swivel up here. It could go outwards. It could go upwards. Shoulder's still a little bit tight, as you can see there. But you do have swivel up there. You have the joint at the elbow, which works decently. And then you have a hinge here. And that goes the same with the, other accessories, which, again, apologies for that. But you know what? It preserves the box a lot better because of the way they made it. So, it is what it is. I don't need these guys to be represented with the weapons. I do want the box intact, though. It looks cool. Anywho, you got the upper body joint. Then the legs, they come out about this much. They kick forward. There is a soft ratchet here, which is good. So any looseness gets stopped by that. It could move in and out. Then the knees work like so. The knees is where it got a little bit, too loose. It's probably gonna, lock up a little bit again, which is fine. Hinge, and you can rock the foot. So it's not bad. Yeah, the articulation, if you haven't never seen one of these, is not bad. And he's standing fine, so that's good. He's standing better than he did when he was locked up, because he was in a weird position when he was locked up at first. Now I can do a wider stance and stuff. So, Gipsy Avenger, the head moves, but again, it's kind of, in there. Then these again are on ball joints, so they could pop out, swivel outwards. You're not going to get a ton going outwards that way, though, because of the thing up here, but it is what it is. Goes forward, goes back, swivel at the bicep, joint at the elbow. Now, I don't remember if I got it. I got the hinge. I couldn't remember if I heated that part up, but I kind of went over them, like both at the same time. Then the upper body joint moves nicely. This kicks forward, goes back, a little bit of swivel. Can't really go much outwards, unfortunately. Then at the knee, these are very tight still, even with the heat. You do get that, and you do get that. That was a little scary. But he has a double jointed knee. So does he, but his knee joint, and I believe I documented this in the regular review, is a lot tighter, sturdier, I should say, than the way they made the initial ones. In every way, this was a better figure than the other ones that they made. So, DST, if you're watching this, let's get more from this movie. Come on. There's the audience for it. We all want it, guys. We all want a DST. Especially if they're going to be like this. I think this is a lot better. So, the knee has a hinge. Can rock. It's got a little toe hinge thing in the back. And there you go. So, I like Gipsy Avengers, Gipsy Danger's articulation, even if you can't fully go outwards that way. But it's pretty good. I think it's in a lot of ways better than the Avengers, but different, same but different. They just feel different. The materials feel a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? That helps with the articulation. So let's have a look at I was thinking shakedown for the name here. His head is I need to heat that up more because it's at a weird angle. Shakedown test Gipsy Avenger. So this is the test shot of Gipsy Avenger, and I like that idea. It's very, very cool. And I like all these new, I can't wait for them to come out. This is the first one, and it should be Gipsy Avenger, right? Of all these new interesting repaints that they got going on. Very cool idea. Give the molds something fresh, to do. I dig that. They are kind of creating little stories out of them. And that's cool. That's very cool. So this is the first one of them. Yes, it's in a 2-pack, but the battle damage Gipsy is really nice too. So if you have never seen this guy, proportions are, you know, Gipsy Avenger proportions. He's very long, and especially on this figure, I think it's like especially tall, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's not a bad thing, the tallness. I dig it. It makes his legs a little bit spindly. You know what? Let's look at the legs. But they look good. The feet look really nice. Got nice silver. The grays look good. Painted well. Bottom of feet, nothing really going on there. But the feet are painted well. The legs, again, you got the silvers, you got the blacks, grays. The back of the legs look really good. It's a nice sculpt if you've never seen this sculpt. The back of the knees, all gunmetal. Very nicely done. The front of the knees, a little more silver, but, you know, gunmetal-esque. With a nice wash over it. Really good looking. Again, grays up on here. 3 different shades of grays, as well as little silver highlights there. Some more darker pieces in there. Then you got the gunmetal within the joints in here, which look really, really good. The back here, same thing. Beautifully done. Let's just go right up the back here. First you have the gray, light gray here, darker gray, light gray. Then you got the gunmetal in here, which looks fantastic. Again, you got some nice wash applied. The inner joint, not much going on there, but then you got these back pieces here that look pretty good too. Very nicely done all around. Got silvers, a little bit of black in there. A lot of good highlights here. I mean, these things are always painted up to the 9s. I do dig it. And I have something here that's weird. What's going on here? Are these on the wrong way? Is this the way it goes? I'm having a weird moment here, guys. Did I do this? I don't know. I'm having a very odd moment that I'm going to have to take a moment to figure out. All right, yeah, we're good. This was the right way. They weren't on wrong to open, but right before I did articulation, and that's when I did the heating, and then I started moving it around, these popped out, and I guess I put them in wrong and didn't even realize it when we were doing the articulation. Anywho, these things look really nice, the shoulder pads. You got some dark parts there, which is cool. You got these little holes back here, which is nicely done. The arms look really good. Gunmetal in the joints again. Very nice. Just a nice touch when they do that. The rest of the arm has all the colors I've mentioned. The silvers, all the different grays. The fists look really good. I like that. Very nicely done. Then in the front, Krajiji looks fine. The waist here looks really good. Nice paint. You know, all the way going from the back to the sides. The silver looks fantastic. Again, in the joints up here looks really good. The reactor coil looks amazing. And the light blue, you know, gradiating from the white in the middle. Bottom one looks really good too. All of the stuff on the sides look very, very nice. Beautifully done, honestly. Really good looking. Head sculpt. Look fantastic. That blue is so nice. Nice metallic blue there. I really like that. Look at that, man. Very good looking. I definitely got to heat this up more because this head cock to one side is bothering me right now. But otherwise, everything looks good. Give you a full up and down here. Up closer. You give it a good look-see. Here's along the sides if you want to focus. And from the back. Very nice. Very nice, guys. It looks really good. I think it's a nice color scheme for Gipsy Avenger. So, but real quick, Ultrazilla Jr. was just right before this, was like, you know, if I didn't realize, you know, I didn't realize it was Gipsy Avenger because the colors, you know, yeah, once you change the colors or something, it's interesting how that's kind of masked. But I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a really good color scheme for Avenger. And just to note, head crisis averted, heated up, and I freed it up. As for Gipsy Danger, wow. Well, there goes his arm coming out of there. But that comes out because, you know, you gotta change arms if you want. I'm not doing it, but, you know, you can. This thing looked great, you know? I really liked how it looked the first time, and now, holy cow, this is amazing. Look at the amount of paint on this. Take it all in because there is a ton to look at here. Ridiculous sculpt, and now with this added layer of, you know, the battle damage is just like scuffs and just a ton of dry brushing. Nothing on the feet, but, you know, except in the middle here, which looks really cool. But man, look at it. Look at it. So let's just zoom in right from the beginning. It is excellent. Really great sculpt. I'm just going to say that throughout because it is. They did a great job on the sculpt, and boy, does this paint job look insane. It looks so lived in. I love the red there that comes out from all of that paint. Here is the back of that leg. Wow. I love those. Hey, silver and gold. Yeah, it looks really good. One on top of the other. All that gunmetal. Just love how the knees are worked on. All the joint work looks fantastic. Really good looking lower legs. Now we can move up to the upper legs, and you got more golden here in those pistons. It looks phenomenal. The red, again, I just love how it gets muted by all of that paint on top. That silver, like, dry brushing. So good. And again, as you can see, the sculpt is absolutely phenomenal on this guy. Really, really nice. Excellent job here. Legs look great. Butt is good. Easy, simple, but good. Then we go up the spine. Really nice work on the gunmetal. As you can see, that's brushed as well. It's just like, let's just go crazy all over here. But absolutely stunning, you know? The white and red striping going up the back here is fine. These things look great, whatever they're called. Shoulder pads on the back here, looking real good. Shoulder pad in the back. In the front here, looking real good. On the side, you got gold paint there, silver paint there. 34 looking good. Lots of scuffage. Going down this arm. Interior of the arm looks good. That piping looks real nice. Look at all of this work. It's just so good. It's an intense level of detail. And it's very well done. Fists are awesome. Check out this side. Just, this came out again. Just looking real good, guys. Just looking really, really good. Then the front here, waist looks pretty good. Krajiji section looks fine. The waist, nice paint work again. The sides here, look at all of that. Phenomenal. That arm, man, now it's popping out on me too much. Maybe I just gotta jam it in there better. Reactor core here, done in orange. It's a metallic orange, wow. Very nice. Very, very nice. All of the chest around it looks phenomenal. Little gold lights in there. Top here, looking good. And then the head sculpt here is excellent. The gold visor looks great. The sculpt work and paint around that looks good. Top of the head, all scuffed up. Look at the red, all scuffed up. It really looks like metal that's scuffed. And that's fantastic. I mean, that's a nice achievement with the paint. Really well done. Excellent. You know, proportions on Gipsy Danger, same thing, long legs, but that's what these Jaegers are like. Maybe just a tad long, you know, but I mean, for the most part, it's all there. It looks fantastic. Really good looking. Really like this guy a whole lot. Of the two, this one is just phenomenal. For your size comparisons, first up here is a set of Godzillas to go with him. A little bit of everything. I really love how the Super 7 Godzilla looks. So out of all of them, the Super 7 is the only one that feels like it's really, really in scale. Maybe the Haya you could fudge, but I don't see Godzilla as being like that much shorter than these guys. You know, like, yes, he's shorter, and maybe these two are a little bit better, but these guys overall look fantastic together. Or a look with some kaiju, some Pacific Rim kaiju. Here it is with the NECA Knife Head, the DST Hakuja, and the Sovi Spirits Raijin. And all of them scale pretty well, I have to say. Maybe this guy is a tad short, tad small, but, you know, if you forget about what it actually looked like in the movie, he kind of looks pretty good, at least with Gipsy Danger there. So there we go. Still, really good looking stuff. I wish DST made more of these guys because, man, that one came out pretty good. But now let's do a quick comparison between the original figures and the, you know, SDCC set. So while I really like how this one turned out, there's no doubt about it, this is the superior one. You know, so if you can get this, and they are available, you know, you can order them. Yeah, get this because this is just amazing. I mean, this one's fine. This is just so good. As for Gipsy Avenger, I do like the original one a little more, though this is the re-release one, the updated re-release one. Which I think is just a tad better than the original one. They tweaked a little bit of the paint, and you can check out my review of the full re-releases. I did like a whole other review once again of the re-releases. So yeah, the one that is out there right now of this is probably the one you want. It's got a really nice level of paint. This paint is different. Again, this is supposed to be the shakedown test shot. So you know, it's very, very cool, but this one's better. But it's fine because, you know, this is only available as the 2-pack. So it doesn't matter because the Gipsy Danger is totally worth it. And this is totally worth it too. I'm just saying, if you were going to get one, just go with the original. But this is a nice addition as well. And LOL, his shoulder pads are wrong too. Yay! And my final thoughts, I think the set is really, really nice. Handsome package, you know. I didn't even want to take these guys out of it. That's how good looking it was. But I definitely wanted to check out the figures, you know, in hand. And they're really phenomenal. I really like the shakedown colors of the Gipsy Avenger. It makes me excited to see all of the rest of these really interesting repaints. Can't wait to do so with those. But man, this Gipsy Danger, again, it's a really excellent mold to begin with, but these battle damage colors are just phenomenal. It looks so good. The amount of work on this figure is just tremendous. Well worth it to get this figure on its own. So, you know, like, I would say definitely order this set because it's just super cool. It's shipping now, so get on board if you want it. It's a limited supply thing, so once it's gone, it's gone. And I think you should get it. If you're a Pacific Rim fan, this is a really, really cool set to get. Sorry again that I didn't open the accessories, but it just, again, that packaging thing, it just looks so good in the packaging, and I haven't decided if I'm gonna display these guys in the package or out of the package or in front of the package. But either way, the weapons just like kind of hold up the sides, so they were better to be left alone. And you got the picture on those, and you can check out the individual reviews of the regular versions of these if you want to check out the weapons more. Hey, yeah, support the channel. Go ahead and go look for them if you need to. But the figures themselves, excellent. Packaging, excellent. Thanks to DST for sending these over. They're phenomenal. Looking forward to really checking out these alternate colors, these tactical versions of the Pacific Rim Uprising figures. And I hope, like I said, we get more of the original Pacific Rim gang, because this figure came out great, and I'd love to see the rest. And there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you haven't yet, make sure to sub yourself for daily content. Diversify your collection. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.